Hi! Oh, my microphone's facing the wrong direction. Hi! Hello, everyone. Could we ask for him to be professional for simply one single time, one single stream that starts like a proper TV show? We can't. We can't ask for that. Where's my usual? We're getting there. We're getting there, hang on. Hi, yeah, we're starting up. So we got a couple of games today, as promised in the title. One of them will be Roboquest later. We'll be doing more sponsored Roboquest later. Roboquest, another 2 hours of that. But first of all, we're doing the Starbright Mechabellum tournament again. Starbright's done another one of these. We're doing, I think this is the fourth one now, or is it the third? I think this is the fourth one now, because we did two 1v1s, a 2v2. And I think we're back to 1v1 again now? Question mark? I think we're about to have a day of 1v1ing. Apparently this is ban edition. I know very little about what's going on today, so I'm quite interested to see what it's going to be like. But I believe, I'm going to ask Starbright in a second, but I believe units are getting banned per match, 1v1s with bans. So this will be quite interesting. Now, because of my, when I chose to start streaming my music intro, we're already probably like 12 minutes past when we'd like to be starting. So right away I'm just going to like unmute and get Starbright in here basically, and we're going to talk to Starbright, ask her, as the tournament organizer, what the tournament's all about. So, hello.
Howdy, howdy.
Hi, I gotta get your picture up again. What's going on with the tournament, Starbun?
Okay, so we're back on a one, like you said, we're back on a 1v1 format. However, we are doing unit bans a la something you might see in one of those official League of Legends or Dota tournaments.
I don't
there are
watch
total
Dota.
4 units. Huh? Sorry?
I don't watch Dota. I would never watch Dota.
Okay, you know what? That's fair. I wouldn't watch it either.
Yeah.
But basically, what happens is there's going to be a coin toss, and then whoever wins a coin toss will get to choose who gets to have the first ban. One player will ban a unit, then the next person will ban 2 units, and then the first person will ban a 4th unit.
Okay, so
and those 4 units
four bans.
Yeah, 4 bans. And those 4 units will be unable to be purchased for the entirety of that particular match. There are some exemptions. Starting units are exempt from this rule, so you can still ban things like crawlers and fangs and what have you, but if you start with a banned unit, you can keep it, you just can't buy anymore. That's one exemption. If you have a tech that spawns a banned unit, that's fine as well. So if you have like a fang, once again, if fangs are banned and you have a fang spawn tech on your fortress or something, you can still buy that and you'll still be fine. Also cards that spawn units, so like a crawler drop or a wasp drop or a Vulcan drop, those are all fine as well. So just the only thing that's banned is actually going down in the purchase menu on the bottom right of your screen and buying a new unit.
Okay, fair enough. Well, either way, I can trust you to keep track of those rules anyway. Probably most of the competitors aren't going to necessarily break them. I'm sure everyone gets the rules. That sounds interesting as a concept. So there's more units than ever to ban as well, because there's like 2 new units, right? Is the Scorpion in yet?
Yes, there is the Wraith and the Scorpion, which I'm still having trouble using myself.
So it's like a siege tank, right? Because the Wraith is some kind of like... I'm looking at the list here. The Wraith is like this weird kind of like flying disc with missiles or something?
Laser cannons, but yes. Mostly it's just one big giant fuck you to the L-Strat.
How so?
So it has an upgrade called the Degenerate Beam. It projects a field within 120 meter radius, reduces the enemy unit speed, enemy unit firepower, and increases enemy damage taken.
Wow, that's insane.
Yeah.
So just like an entire like clump of units just doesn't get all of that.
Yeah, it's one big fuck you to aggro strats. Aggro is fucking dead.
Interesting. Yeah, because aggro was like the way after launch, after people started doing it, and so now it's dead, huh? That's interesting.
Yeah.
This will be a different tournament then. The other thing is the Scorpion. Now I hear this thing is crazy because it's like Stormcallers were dominant as artillery, and then they brought in like anti-missile turrets, and Stormcrawlers are a bit less dominant, and now you have this thing which is gun artillery, which can like siege tank, right?
Exactly. It's also really good at killing. It's also really, really, really good at killing giants, because one of the upgrades that it has an acid attack that allows it to add acid to its attack. And if you get double shot on top of that and double tap a fortress, that's a dead fortress.
This is interesting, and I like siege tanks in general, but I also like Fangs existing, and I feel like the brief period of Fangs working after Stormcrawlers were nullified a bit by the turrets is now over, if like a non-nullifiable artillery exists, if it's Splash, but I guess we'll see. Arakasi in chat is proudly saying Ego is not dead, and we know Arakasi knows a thing or two about that, so we'll see.
Arakasi didn't sign up for the tournament, so Arakasi does not get to prove this point. Ergo, he's wrong.
Interesting.
Fight me.
Speaking of which, we should probably get into that tournament, because I know we're 60 minutes past the start time on paper, so do you want to...
no, we're actually on time. We're only 15 minutes.
Oh, you accounted. Great. You accounted for it. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, in that case...
we're...
Yeah, do you want to grab a match for us to start it, or do you want to say anything else before we start?
No, I think that's all I have to say about that. I was gonna actually defer to you. Is there a particular matchup you want to, Did I send you the brackets? The pairings?
No, but I've got them in front of me. I see Fungi Alex right in front of me with Gof the Great, and that's easy for me for one reason. For another reason, Gof wins a lot, so I feel like starting with a previous tournament when it could be a good match to watch.
Wow, okay. Oh, right, Ricochet is telling me in chat, so as a kind of a joke, me and some of the other Mechabellum regulars, we made up a official ban list terminology list. Hang on, let me see, let me go find it again, and I can show you the stupid bullshit that we came with. It's not even stupid bullshit, it's just stupid. Where is it? Here you go. Have a looky. Have a looky at this. That's not Beagle. That's Beagle. Have a looky at that. It's really dumb.
I actually scrolled over this before. Yeah, where you
we gave names.
Yeah, so banning crawlers is leashed. Fang is can't get some. Sledgehammer is fuck you Ricochet. Steel Balls is vet visit. I see Phoenix's birds aren't real and Rhino is Cabela's hunt. Are we actually using these in any capacity?
No, we're not gonna use them.
Okay.
I'm not gonna use them.
Okay, great.
If you want to use them, I'm not gonna stop you.
Fortress's castle doctrine repealed. That's an interesting one. Very American.
Very American.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, well, I'm really interested to see how this goes. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be different. Having the unit bans, and I wonder if we'll see these new units banned, or if I'll get to see them before. I think let's check out Fungi and Gof. And as Iglog is accusing me of in chat, it's not that I want to see you lose Fungi, it's that I think it's interesting to see will the winner of the previous tournament continue to win. Not that they're necessarily going to win.
Yeah, fair enough. Alright, let me get everyone into this lobby, and
briefly
get that started.
Briefly saw a degenerate being down in spectators.
Let me message the folks real quick that everyone else can go ahead and start their games. At QWERTY. How do I spell your fucking name? There we go. At QWERTY at Goff. You're in the casting match. Everyone else can start their matches. So, as we did a little bit of prep work, people have already gotten their bans in, so everything is all set up for this first round. So we can just get right into it.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So for this particular round, it's Goff versus QWERTY. They didn't quite say which order it is, but Stormcallers, Phoenixes, Marksmen, and Fortresses are banned for this particular match.
Okay. Stormcallers, I need to like write this down on my notepad. It was Stormcallers,
Phoenixes, Marksmen, and Fortresses.
Just writing this down. Yeah, just writing it down. Now this is interesting because when I saw briefly that you were doing like a ban thing for this tournament, I was like, oh, like banning 1 unit or 2 units, that's interesting. Banning 4 units out of the roster of this game, that's an interesting concept because like right there, Phoenix's marks both gone, they're like principal single target damage. So like then you just see like an overrun of giants this game. You know what I mean? Like it's interesting. Like there's a bunch of different options to replace them, but definitely interesting to see how these matches are gonna go.
I'm curious to see what our players come up with in this particular round. You're absolutely right. That is again though, starting units are fine. So you still can, if you start with marksman, you can keep those marksmen. You don't have to like get rid of them or anything. Also, their spawn tech on Vulcans, it's a insanely more expensive option to get single target damage, but it's an option.
Bounty brings up a really good point, so commentate for me because I'm gonna actually put on the screen for the matches what the bans are. I'm just gonna do that right now. Which is gonna mess up the camera.
Who's
Sorry,
got
everyone.
The comment in the put it on stream. Oh yes, yes. So let's see
chat.
here.
Hang on.
Over on Goff's side, Goff is starting with quick supply spec. Starts with arc lights and steel balls. Over on Fungi Alex's side, they've got an elite spec starting with crawlers and stormcallers. So no banned units. Oh no, stormcallers are banned. But like I said, starting units are exempt from this rule. So Fungi Alex can keep those 2 stormcallers, but he can't make any more. So I wonder if Fungi Alex will choose to keep those Stormcallers, or if he's going to sell them off. If he is going to choose to just not invest in those and do something else. Goff over here has unlocked Mustangs right away and got that with his extra $200 on top of building an arc light. So Goff is already kind of setting up that classic ball stang combo here, and he's got plenty of arc lights to do with these crawlers about to come in.
Oh god, I gotta get back to the match.
I think this first round is gonna be it's gonna be quite just in the bag for Goff here, unless those Stormcallers can do some real damage to those steel balls.
Oh shit, my game is fucking
But
muted.
those arc lights are cleaning up those crawlers real fast. When you got 4 of them, it's gonna be real easy to do that. And yeah, they are in minimum range. Goodbye Stormcallers.
Yeah, what I was doing a whole bunch of tech stuff there. Was it just like crawlers in front of storms?
Yeah, it was just crawlers. In front of storms.
Oh my god, destroyed. Okay, so yeah, so the starter storms are fine. That's, like, quite powerful, actually, because, like, you really only often... Well, okay, I'm not gonna say this like it's a fact. Sammy says you only ever really need your starting 2 units of storms. Some people agree with that, I tend to agree with that as well. Like, you don't need too many storms, so it's definitely powerful to have, like, the banned unit just as part of your starting comp.
Absolutely. Let's see what's on the list here. Extended Rage Phoenix here is useless because Phoenix has got banned. Goff opts to skip while Alex picks up shield spec, or shield device spec. Interesting. I wonder if we'll see an early shield. I doubt it because balls are in the mix and the balls can make short work of those shields, but I'm interesting. Ooh, range right away on the arc lights for Goff.
I remember Goff doing this
for Alex.
Quite a bit in previous tournaments where Goff will go quite aggressive in the choices. He'll just pick 50 for the plus 50 instead of taking an option. I didn't used to believe in it, but it seems to work out obviously pretty well for them.
Yeah, definitely. And there's these level 2 sledges are in the mix now, but I have some doubts on whether or not they'll actually be able to do anything. That is a lot of steel balls and no cover for them. Those steel balls are coming in. Oh no, and the field of crawlers on the left side got in too. They're getting in on the stormcallers.
Yeah, unless, you know, the storm's gonna kill every ball in the next 3 seconds, it does not look very good at all.
Come on! Oh no, 1 ball left! You hate to see it.
Yeah, that ball even... I mean, maybe without the ball, maybe the storms kill the Mustangs in our place, but I think either way it probably would have been closer, but definitely death for Fungi there. Pretty, like, bulky force. Pretty bulky frontline for Gove coming in. The 2 balls on one side. It's not the L strat necessarily yet, but it is still that kind of, like, aggressive push on one side, while, you know, not favoring the other side as hard. Working out well here.
Goff skips again. Yeah, just favoring just that extra money to keep pushing and pushing. We've got smokes over for Fungi over here, and he got a Wraith as well.
So this is my first time seeing the Wraith in action at all. I have not played Mechabellum. I just haven't, since my initial playing of it, I just haven't been a player of it. So, like, this is interesting for me, like, seeing this unit actually in action. I haven't been not been in the game. I am curious about this degen beam. Like, how big is the AoE on that thing? Like, is it like a whole area?
Yeah, it's a whole area. It's a whole area right underneath it. It's 120 meters in radius, so it's like got the range of a phoenix.
Oh, okay. It's not a... Wait, so it's... No, it's a range of 120 meters, or it's a radius of 120 meters area of effect?
Radius. It's a radius of 120 meters.
Right, so around the aircraft.
Yep.
That's pretty big. That's pretty big.
It's big. It's really big.
Let's see what impact it has here.
The only problem with it is that because the Wraith is... The weapons on the Wraith is really short range. It's 55 meters, so it has a tendency to wander into the enemy to get shot at.
As we're seeing,
it's like
yeah.
the one weakness.
Yeah, I mean, it's doing some good shooting there. Oh, but some wasps coming in for Goif in the back as well, just taking out that tower. So any advantage from the Wraith there is totally nullified anyway, because of the tower neutralization, paralyzation effect.
Yep. I think if those wasps had been there, I think that Wraith could have sweeped everything up.
Yeah, you go to Alex.
Actually, if I recall the numbers correctly, the Wraith is actually slightly tankier than the Overlord, and it costs 100 less as well.
Yeah, it's like a steel ball to the Overlord being a sledgehammer, it seems, is my gut. It's like the close combat tankier version, whereas the Overlord is the artillery version. Just a note, yeah, you're right, Alex Glitch. I need to, in these tournaments, keep blue on the left, red on the right, and I'll do that from now on. I just forgot, it's been a while.
Let's see here. Fungi investing in another Wraith gets range instead of Degenerate Beam. I'm kind of surprised at that choice. I feel like Degenerate Beam would kind of be of a no-brainer here.
God, it's a really cool Degenerate Beam.
Yeah, it's called Degenerate Beam.
That's something.
I was not kidding.
I mean, you can see the logic of wanting to get the range so that they don't wander into the Mustangs is hard, but... I mean, is AA available? AA is available if Goff just wants to spend an upgrade and nullify that, basically, and prioritize the Wraiths again, because the Wraiths will still be on top of the Sledges, who have 95 range as well, identical to the Wraith. So at best, it's neutrally now the target prioritization.
Yeah, I would have liked to see armor enhancement instead.
Yeah.
Because right now, all of the single target AA they've been banned. So we've got like Wasps, we've got like Mustangs, and armor tech would actually like basically guarantee a win, even if everything else dies.
Well, the only way it wouldn't is that if the Wraiths take, if the Wasps take out the command centers, the paralyzed beam can cause still a loss because the Wraiths lose armor for that period. However, because there's a Wraith here taking out those Wasps, and I assume they can attack air as well.
Yeah, they can attack air.
So yeah, that makes him quite an interesting unit in that sense of being able to like anti-Wasp, I guess, as well. Interesting. They're very much.
Look at those.
They're very much like a destroyer to the Overlord's battleship. Like, they can really just handle that, where an Overlord might, you know, have a little bit more trouble because they're a little bit more fragile.
Absolutely. I'm curious to see. Those Sledges are going to go down real quick. I'm curious to see how these raids are going to hold up. It looks like they're still going to hold up quite well. Those crawlers on the right side getting distracted. I didn't see what was over there, but those crawlers getting over there to deal with whatever was on that right flank, distracted them and saved them from getting annihilated from those arc lights, actually.
Yeah, the Wraiths got to destroy here. They got to absolutely clean stuff up. And I see them like working this AoE thing. Though I'm kind of surprised not to see that Scorpion unit used in this role, because it seems like Gog's got that big blob of balls. Maybe the Scorpion could have done the same thing. It doesn't seem like it was working immediately, but it does seem like Fungi Alex's Wraiths are picking up a good bit of steam now. Like level 3 crab-colored Wraith on the right side. That's a good sign of its effectiveness. Top 1 damage.
And there's
in
that
the round.
AA tech.
Yep. So, without the armor, you know, the Stangs should be able to prioritize these Wraiths still. Though, as you said, the Wraith going for the Crawlers on the right, and the Wraith going for the Wasps on the left, they've been removed now, but the Wraith going for the Crawlers on the right means it'll be a bit late to the front line, so the Stangs aren't immediate there. Speaking of Scorpion, Gof brings one in. I'm very curious to see this thing work.
Hey. So, what, it says it's an anti-swarm unit. That's a goddamn lie. It's actually fucking terrible versus shit like Crawlers and Fangs. It just fires too slow for that role, I personally believe.
Okay. Yeah, so it's just it's like a howitzer by the look of it, because also it has like, it looked like 14,000 damage base, which is a fucking lot. So it seems to be an anti-everything unit, actually. Yeah, now it has 15,000 because he bought the attack upgrade.
Oh yeah, okay, that's what's pushing it up. But yeah, I feel like the Scorpion is not good at killing chaff units, but it's really good at killing things like sledges and
it sounds like the
sledges
Stormcrawler.
And steel balls.
It sounds like the Stormcrawler to me, where the Storm isn't good against crawlers till they stop moving. Oh man, that's pretty fast. What? That's actually pretty fast, Starbun.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Like that projectile looks pretty quick.
It's less that it can't. Like, it can kill a bunch of crawlers, but if the crawlers are spread out, then it's like, well, you have to spend another 5 seconds shooting at something that you're only going to kill 1 or 2 of, is my one gripe with it.
Okay, but you know, if they're in a swarm, you might say it would anti that.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Now, whatever it was not effective enough, and you're saying this is single elimination still? Is this single elimination still, Starbun? This tournament? Or is this double elimination?
It's round robin, so everyone will be playing each other exactly once.
Okay, and points are tallied up. So, you know, Gof here in pretty severe danger, I would say. Like, really, that loss there was a really big punch to their health points. You know, what Fungi's doing here with the Wraiths seems to be working well for them. And the Scorpion didn't really seem to help too much at all, though mainly that smoke, I think, really killed its abilities to help.
Yeah, the smoke really helped there. Gof drops 2 deployable... or 2 call-in missiles right away on the left flank there. I'm curious as to what the threat there he feels so,
Well, I presume it's because that Gof is and has been focusing their left flank the entire time, so the missiles are there to, like, kind of balance the scales a bit, how Gof has been investing on the right.
I can see that.
It could also just be specifically that they feel the crawlers are too much of an issue just to get rid of them, because they seem to be positioned for the crawlers pretty well.
That they do. I see Fungi here finally getting armor enhancements. Not gonna do it. I don't think it's gonna help all too much with those stangs with AA tech and a improved fire control system. That said, that's still a big chunk of damage that...
I mean, it'll help a good bit. Like, the level 1 stangs have nothing, and the level 3 stangs with the damage thing still only read 207 on their attack stat. That level 3 Wraith is ignoring 180, so that's a huge amount of damage just being ignored. Now, the Scorpion actually gets to work here. No smoke
they're killing
this
this level 2 Wraith pretty right here.
Yeah, no smoke this time, so the Scorpion actually gets to work. I'm not sure if it has friendly fire, I assume not, but I can see it doing a pretty good job on all of the ground forces of Fungi here. Now that it's actually able to shoot, it's pretty much cleaning everything up. It's pretty awesome to watch. But you're seeing how that Wraith is just super tough for these Mustangs, even with damage and AA upgrade to take out. Maybe it looks like they're not going to have what they need. Yeah, they're just not quite going to have it, and this is the problem of not having those, like, Marksman, Phoenixes, those single target things to take out these Overlord style threats is, you know, what are you going to do? You're going to bring in melting points or something.
Yeah, absolutely. Or if you really want to cheap out, maybe Fangs with Ignite. Ooh, I would be I'm surprised Goff's gift on the Orbital Javelin. That could have taken out both of the Wraiths on the right side pretty handily. Oh, not anymore. It's got more than 70 HP.
I think Gof's a pretty confident player who plays a lot of this game, or at least when I knew this game, was playing a lot of it in open matchmaking. And I think probably they don't feel the need for a lot of tricks. They just like to go, you know, what they know, and feel the value of the money more, because it's not just plus 50, it's plus what you didn't have to pay for the orbital as well. I think the big, though, undoing for a player like Gof in a tournament like this, if Gof does end up losing this, is the ban system just seems like very unlike what, you know, standard Mechabellum is like. So this isn't really like, unless they've been practicing this specifically against each other, it's not really something you can, like, be experienced in. Like, it's going to be very different. The game is a very interesting, like, ecosystem of war, and when you just, like, take out bits of it, like this with the bans impromptu, it's like, you know, taking out, you know, mosquitoes out of our real-world ecology, and then suddenly the world falls apart, you know what I mean? It's like that kind of thing of, like, it'll be hard to really see the effects it's going to have in one round. So I can see a lot of good players getting caught off guard really easily, because it's just a different game.
Yeah, that's an interesting point you make out. Also, Orbital Javelin from Fungi dropping it immediately on top of those level 3 Stangs.
Interesting,
really
because
the only thing...
they're not really the threat, but they're the threat the Fungi can see. We'll see if the MP lives long enough to do their job for them.
We'll see, we'll see.
Good against the shields, too, which is really nice. These are immediately ranged melting points, which I think is what you always want to see with them, just to keep them doing their job and not being so fragile. And I would hope if the Scorpion continues to do its job it did last round of cleaning everything on the ground up, that the MP will get to just take these Raves out. Man, that Scorpion's going pretty good. That's a pretty awesome weapon to watch, that new unit. That's scary looking.
Oh yeah, when the projectile hits, it's very satisfying to hit. And the melting point has latched onto the Rave. Will the... Ooh... And
yeah.
Down it goes, but I think it might be too late.
Too late, yeah. Not enough. And these are 300 cost these Raves, so that's going to be Gof dead, I think.
I think that's
almost.
a dead. I think that's a dead Gof.
Out. GG, so Gof out and Fungi for the win. Wraiths really just carrying the victory there. It just seemed like once the Wraith started leveling, they just, well, they just took it all away, really. It didn't seem like Gof was able to get any real answers to that threat.
Absolutely. I think trying to invest more in those Mustangs was not a great choice, especially since he could see that Alex had armor enhancement spec on his raids. I think trying to get an early melting point and then like putting a bunch of who the fuck is this? No, go away. I lost my train of thought. Right.
Yeah, the threats to the Wraith.
Yeah, I think a better call would have been like, you know, abandon the Mustang idea when those raids hit the board, start getting chaff and start prepping to get like melting points or something.
Bounty does say, I assume Fungi was the one who picked Phoenix and Marksman bans with Wraith planned from the start. Do you know that in hindsight? Are you able to know who banned what? Gof says no, Gof picked them and they banned the Storms apparently, which Bounty said was surprising. It is surprising, yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't have, considering that you banned the units that you banned, that Goff didn't have a plan to deal with armor raids or even armored overlords.
Well, I think that's the thing, you know, Gof likely may have had a plan or may have considered that, but it's that thing of like, again, I think this game is so much ideas that feel like they should work on paper, and then in practice it's really about experience. Like as Gof says in chat, I thought the stamina outscaled the Wraith. That's the thing, right? Like, there's so much in this game that you would think would work on paper, but it's really just about what's intuitive. And there's so many working parts to this game that to remove or tune even one can completely change how the rest of the game works. You know, in every aspect in relation to every unit. So I think it's, yeah, you're going to get people get caught out like that, for sure.
Well, that's a lesson learned for next time, perhaps.
Indeed.
Let's see here. Mongo finished their match. I've got other contestants finishing up their matches. I'm gonna go tally those up real quick.
Cool.
Paladin won their match. Hey. Let's see, and then Austin won their match. So we're still waiting on Salty versus Ricochet. Are they still in game right now? They are still in game right now.
Well, we can have a look.
Yeah, Ricochet versus So Salty Salt, if you can go find them.
I do have them.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing, go for the AA Stangs, is it's like the heat shredder nerfs in
so
Long War.
Ricochet
They just don't have the damage.
Salty Salt. They've got
as a base.
Stormcallers, Mustangs, Melting
Points,
and Vulcans. Let's see what this looks like. Oh my god, that's a lot of boats. Oh, there are boats everywhere. I see 4 Scorpions.
Yeah, this is a big fight. Round A, and look at all the Overlords, look at all the Scorpions, my goodness. Phoenix is in this game, and I wonder if they were the starters, because I only see 2 of them, and I see a Marksman for the other team, so I feel like maybe Marksman and Phoenix has got banned again here, with the amount of boats just not being caught.
The bans were Stormcallers, Mustangs, Melting Points, and Vulcans.
Okay, interesting. So no one is buying Marksmen or Phoenixes against each other with this many boats on the field. That's interesting.
I think, Mothership is currently on the board, so I don't think... maybe they don't feel like that'll be useful, considering there's going to be a bunch of Wasp flying everywhere, especially for Ricochet, going up against 5 Overlords, all with Mothership. So that's, what is that, 20 Wasps every 28 seconds?
Rick's got 2 versus Salt 6 now.
Did he get a 6th one? Oh my god, he did.
Yeah, Salt's got 6, plus those storms that look like they might have been starter storms. Looks like they weren't actually from the order of items. No, that can't be right. It says starter Rhino. Was Salt a Rhino? Yeah, Salt was a Rhino specialist. Interesting.
You can still get Stormcallers as your starting unit.
Oh, I was just going off the order of the units, but I don't know if you join mid-match if it works the same, but I figure usually the top units are the ones you started with.
Yes, but Rhino spec doesn't. The squad. Yeah.
In your buy menu, yeah. Don't know.
Yeah. I don't think that's accurate. Yeah, likely Salty started with those Stormcallers.
Yeah, they definitely look like the position for them. And the veterancy.
Yep. Those are level 5 Stormcallers. God damn. Those are some chunky Stormcallers.
Parasitic on the Scorpion on the right. Just good to see these Scorpions fire off more. They're very interesting to watch. Don't have the range of Storms, only 132. But definitely still like a backline kind of damage dealer.
Absolutely, 100%. I think base they have 105 meter range, but they have an upgrade that boosts that to 175.
Interesting. So at 105, and with their tankiness, it seems like they're more like a Sledge sibling. Like they're more like a, actually like a front to midline, like battle mech.
That sounds like a good description. Although, I think the Overlords were a bit too much for Ricochet, because they're getting a little overwhelmed there.
You know, if the tower hadn't gone out just then and that Overlord had been taken out, I think actually Rick could have won this one, but I think the Phoenix is now going to get destroyed, and that was really the only hope that was there. Yeah, too bad.
One of them goes down. It's going to be close. It's going to be very close. No, it's not. The Overlord's about to go down.
Good for Salt. GG. Well played by the look of it. Nice army.
Yeah, that's a GG. Alright, give me a second to record the scores here. That's a victory for Salty Salts. I would have been interested to see how this particular match unfolded from the start, but I mean, that I guess is the nature of these tournaments, or you run all the games at the same time and you can only see.
You're gonna have to start a YouTube channel. You're gonna have to do the esports thing every match, every single match on VOD.
Oh god. Oh god. I don't know if I can do that.
It's as easy as that, Starbun. Just do it, as they say.
Who are you, Shia LaBeouf? Oh god, am I about to get murdered by actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf?
We will not slander anyone who could sue us on this stream. We will not do it.
Alright, let me get into the chat here and organize the next set of rounds.
You good?
Is there, so you still have the rounds are all set for every, all the way through round 9. So if you want to have a look at that list and, pick who, you want us to cast next, while I go organize, everyone else?
I see only round 5 onward, which is odd.
It is scrolling for some god-awful reason.
Oh, I see. It's one of those things where it has a normal scroll bar on the browser window, and then it has an invisible scrolling section in the middle I didn't realize was scrolled.
Yeah, it's kind of really dumb.
That is interesting UX. Yeah, okay. So yeah, round 1, Austin 5-1-5-1 beats Sarai. So Salty Salt beats Ricochet, Goth the Great loses to Fungi Alex. Sorry, that wasn't meant to be biased language, it's just you're on top, Goth, so I read your name first. And Paladin of Arlisle beats Mongo Beef. So we're going into round 2 now with Fungi Alex v Paladin of Arlisle, Ricochet v Goth, Sarai versus Salty Salt, and Incron v Austin 5-1-5-1. Well, let's go and see Incron v Austin, because that's the two people we haven't seen yet. There's no one in this match we've seen yet, and I'm interested to see how Incron's going with this tournament system.
Right on! Alright, let me go set up the lobby. Let's see here. I'm getting in... No, Incron, I'm doing it. Do you have Beagle on your friend? I mean, he may well have Beagle on the friend list.
I'm very close personal friends of Incron, yes. We're very personal friends.
I don't know why I doubted this.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, if you're listening in on the server, go ahead and sort out your unit bands, and, yeah. Oh, it looks like they've already been doing it. Alright, let's see here. Incron, they're already on their 4th ban, but Incron apparently banning arc lights.
Alright, I'll write these in as you say them.
Let's see. I see Incron typing in the thread that I made, or that Sammy made for this tournament. Thank you very much, Sammy. Let's see. Austin versus Incron. We've got Austin banned hackers and Incron banned... No. Incron banned hackers. Austin then banned steel balls and sledges, and then Incron banned arc lights.
Hackers. I feel like to ban hackers as the first ban is a repudiation of your system, Starbun. I feel like that's Incron saying, I don't want to ban anything. That's like banning Yorick in League of Legends. It's just like, I don't know.
I mean, there are legitimate instances that hackers can spin wildly out of control. I've won games with hackers before.
Well, I mean, Hacker Fang was the thing last time I did a tournament with you.
Oh yeah, I mean, that is true. That is true.
That's true, actually, yeah. Incron got absolutely annihilated. I'm sorry, again, that I didn't need to say it like Incron. I did, but I didn't need to, I'm sorry. Just came out. But yes, you did lose to Ghost's hackers last time, so I forgot. You probably got some deep-seated hatred against them, true. That's true.
If my participants are listening, and they probably are, if you guys can start, if you guys got your bands all sorted out, y'all can start whenever you're ready. But yeah, that's like steel balls and sledges are like one of the most common medium units in this game. I'm curious to see what will happen with those 2 units off the field.
Yeah.
Arc lights too are like your early game, your go-to early game chaff clear. So I'm also curious to see how that plays out.
Yeah, a lot of the grunts have been banned from this match. Hackers are kind of the outlier there in those bans, so I am curious to see what happens here. It's very different.
People in chat are expressing surprise that Austin didn't ban boats against Incron.
I think that's kind of telling, though. I think it's the thing of, like it's predictable. Like, one, that's saying you don't fear the Overlords, which is almost a mind game, and 2, it's like, well, you know if your opponent likes that unit, let them have that unit as a comfort pick, because you can already be prepared for how you're going to deal with it.
Yeah. That's one way to look at it. Austin going for Giant Specialist, starting with Marksman and sledges, so he will have a couple of sledges. Actually, wait, hang on. Where is Austin's pronouns are he, him. I wrote these down so I can pronoun people correctly.
Yeah, pronoun people up. That's good stuff. I'll follow your lead. That's an interesting move to, like, ban a unit yourself and then take that unit so that you might be the only one of that unit in the game. Though in this case, both sides did take sledges. I see sledges
and
arcs.
And Incron kind of cheating the system. He caught sledges and arc lights as the starting units.
Yeah,
that
I mean,
little mink.
I mean, like, it's clever, you know, to have the only copies of a unit on the field. So Incron will have the only 3 arc lights in the game.
Yeah, which is gonna be very useful. He that's your early game chaff clear right there, and I think that's gonna be very powerful this particular match.
Yeah, and good too, because on the other side of things, Austin starts with the crawlers. Austin has the marksman though, and without all of the meta of this banning stuff, just like units to units, who's taking this one?
It's a question of whether Austin's sledges can clear these crawlers fast enough. If the answer is no, then I think Incron will be able to get it, but it all depends on that.
Yeah, because it's about whose chaff dies quicker for the marksman to kill the enemy's single targets. I'm not totally sure. It feels like the marksman might have enough time to work here.
Yeah, I think Austin will have this round.
This is the interesting...
crawlers definitely bought him time, but not enough time, it looks like.
And this is the interesting thing I find, because before that I would have been like, oh, you know, it's the sledges plus arcs, like the arcs are going to tip that, and the crawlers will die way quicker for Austin, and Austin won't have time for the marksman difference to tell. But it seems like in practice I have to accept a different reality, which is stacking crowd control like that doesn't really have a huge impact. Like, yes, Austin's crawlers did die quicker, but not that didn't make enough of a difference compared to the marksman wiping, you know, all the targets it loves to eat of sledges and arcs, which just isn't there for Incron. So there's a difference, but it's not that much.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, like, arc lights and sledges they will win versus the sledgehammers, but they won't kill them quickly. And time is really what saved Austin there, was just everything died so slowly.
Yeah, and Arakasi points out the fundamental truth of the comps against each other there is that Arc Sledge is one of the worst starts to Arakasi because your units are doing the same thing, you're both chaff removal. And because you can only buy one unit type, now you have to choose between buying your own chaff or your own single target damage. Whereas Austin's start immediately has the 3 food groups of Mechabellum.
The 3 food groups of Mechabellum?
Yeah.
You have to steal that.
Yeah, you got it right there, you know. And that is important with Mechabellum. You gotta have all your bases covered or you're exploitable.
Let's see, what did Incron get? Incron just got more chaff.
More crawlers,
Mass
yeah.
recruited that 3rd unit of crawlers, so he's just going all in on that. Unit of Stormcallers for Austin. Curious to see how this rolls out.
Yeah, I mean, in one sense it's trying to exploit that CC advantage, crowd control advantage, yeah, for Incron by saying, well, here's even more chaff to deal with. On the other hand, still no single target, and the storms exaggerate the single target, well, the sledge killing for Austin. And in kind of a similar way to adding more crowd control, like having twice the crowd control isn't twice as effective. It's kind of like here, adding twice as many crawlers isn't twice as time busying for the enemy to get through, because again, you know, you just put more crawlers in the same area, they'll kind of just die still. You know, it's not like the effectiveness you really want to get out of that.
Absolutely, you're absolutely correct. Amcor for both of them, they both took subsidized crawlers last time too, so they've card for card, and there's the boat. Hello,
There's
boats.
Now, Austin is pre-immunized against overlords here in the sense, started of the 3 marksmen, 2 of them are level up already, which is nice. 4 marksmen actually, wait a minute. Yeah, marksmen weren't banned, so yeah. Got 4 marksmen. So already like in a good position board-wise to deal with the boat. And that's not even including anything else that might come in. And the ground game is being like handily handled as well by Austin's army comp right now, and for Incron it's boat, and then if you invest in the boat, you can't afford much else, so it's just some fangs. Which, you know, unfortunately are going to be just as dead as the crawlers, if not more so. And that overlord is really forward placed, so it's like it's just going to get sniped immediately. This is a weird positioning for it, to me.
Yeah. The level 2 marksman, both of the marksmen over there lock on immediately. That's going to be a very dead overlord very soon.
That's odd, because Incron knows those marksmen are there. Like, they exist before this round, so that's very odd positioning.
Yeah. That said, pack of crawlers over on the right side, they are making it through.
Yeah, the Overlord does do some damage before that happens. The Overlord, you know, it could even be intentional for the Overlord to push forward, soak up the marksman, and then kill a lot of the enemy sledges and stuff. I was too busy watching the Overlord go down and I didn't watch how many sledges the Overlord killed, and the Overlord is good at killing sledges, so I imagine the answer was a lot.
Killed 2 sledges. It's not that many, but 2 sledges is still a lot for, like, having only 2 sledges and 3 arc lights.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty knockdown, drag-out fight over here. One of the towers going down, meaning the artillery is having an even harder time taking out the incoming arc lights. 1 storm left. The crawlers are going to get you if nothing else, because now the marksman's stuck on them. This is probably Incrodon's match, handily.
It's going to be very close, but yeah, this is going to be Incrodon's match for sure.
Yeah, handily at this point, not in general. It was definitely a close match. Close round. Yeah, so
HP pools are close.
So in the end, the Overlord does a good job there of, you know, essentially tanking.
Oh, okay.
Incron goes for the anti-Goaf there, goes for the top supply specialist, which takes quite a few rounds. I think like 3 rounds to kick in and actually be a benefit.
Rounds, yes.
Yeah.
3 rounds. That said, insta picks for both of them. Incrodon immediately goes for top supply spec. Austin, on the other hand, immediately goes for extended range Vulcans. If Incrodon can hold out, that economic advantage will work out in his favor, definitely. But it's a question of, can Incrodon kill Austin fast enough? And I think that very much is in question. Because with those Vulcans on the board, now that those crawlers are they're just gone. He doesn't have to worry about crawlers anymore.
This doesn't feel like a 4-dimensional match, and I don't mean that as condescending, because I'm not a 4-dimensional man, but like in a simple basic terms, this feels like, okay, here comes the Overlord. Overlord, you know, I pull it out of the drawer and I beat your sledges with it. Okay, crawlers, fuck. Here comes the Vulcans, I'm gonna beat your crawlers with the Vulcans. This isn't like, you know, elegant picking, I think, this round. This is just, I'm gonna get this thing which fucks your thing. When I see Vulcans like this, that's what I'm feeling. Especially because the Vulcans can't do double duty against the Overlord, and especially if there was more to be bought this round, which, you know, Austin can't know.
Definitely. I mean, even so, the Vulcans are going to be pretty decent at killing those sledgehammers, even though the sledgehammers now are level 2. 100, what is that? 1300 damage a second? That's not something to sneeze at. That's like 6 seconds to kill a sledge. That's not nothing.
Oh yeah, like Vulcans, especially like buffed up Vulcans, do quite well against most units in the game, except Giants. They're doing really nicely here. Now the Overlord goes down to the Marksman again, but this time the Vulcan was there to soak a bit. Oh, well, the Marksman actually gets stuck and doesn't take out the Overlord. That's interesting. That's a big difference.
No crawlers left on the field, though. The Vulcans killed all of them.
Yeah, I feel like Austin's side definitely takes it with what's left over for him on his right flank. Closing in now. Nice tower paralyzation, though. That could turn things around a little bit. But,
maybe, yeah.
I don't imagine this Overlord's going to get through the Vulcan in time to kill the Marksman, unfortunately, for them. Oh, I mean, you know, it's close, but not quite.
Not quite.
Not quite.
At least he took out the Vulcan on the way out.
Definitely an effective use of the Vulcan, though. I mean, Austin's profile is an animated Vulcan image, so very fitting.
Rest in peace, extended range sledgehammers. Actually, no. They both have sledges. They can still use it.
Could choose it, but instead they both go for Wasp Swarm. Adds a bit of aerial chaff to this dynamic. Interesting that they both placed them in the same positions on Incronon's backline.
Yeah, Austin electing to use it aggressively, and Incron is, I'm pretty sure, anticipating an aggressive placement by Austin, so he's placing it defensively. Another boat for Incron over there.
Arakasi's got great commentary in the chat. I think you should get Arakasi in. Convince Arakasi to retire entirely from playing. Get him in as a coach commentator now.
Oh yeah, whoa, those almost 2,000. Yeah, that's only 3 seconds to clear those ledges on the 4 seconds even on the left side. So yeah, no, that Amp-Core is really helping out that Vulcan. Arakasi's absolutely right. I didn't even notice that Austin put the Amp-Core on there, but. Yeah, no, Arakasi in chat is absolutely correct.
Oh, I mean, we have fun here. I love the Casties, you know, and I got the platform. But, I mean, being real, I'm very aware of the fact that I'm not, you know, in the meta of this game, haven't been for months. So, someone like Arakasi is going to have that good kind of analysis there. Whereas I'm here to be like, hey, bought those Vulcans, huh? What a nice, big, thick robot. Excellent. at this point.
You like the big, thick robot, huh?
And I've been on both sides of that as a viewer of tournaments, too, so I definitely know, if there's anyone here who takes this tournament very seriously, I'm aware of that, don't worry. My analysis is going to be lacking at this point in the game's lifespan. Now, that Vulcan on the left does go down quickly to the level 2 Overlord with the Amp. The left side, if again the Marksman can't... Yeah, that Marksman on the left is the only one hitting the Overlord. The Overlord's going to run even more rampant this time. And I don't know how different it's going to be than how the last round went out. It's a level 2 Vulcan now left over, but it's still the same, like, factions left over. Right flank of Incron versus left flank of Austin. But Incron gets the tower this time quicker. And that might actually be the difference.
Artillery on top of the Overlord, so maybe he can clear things out faster. It depends on how fast he can clear these Stormcallers.
Not quite.
Oh, the tower going down. No way. It's not happening.
Yeah, just a little bit too busy taking on the Overlords there, and the level 3 Marksman just perfectly getting onto the Overlord there for the win. These are very small wins, though. The health loss is very low to Incron right now for these. These are, like, almost neutrals.
Yeah, absolutely. And Incron picked top supply spec, while Austin did not. So the longer this drags on, the more in favor this is going to be for Incron.
It's a really good point to bring back around. Yeah, exactly. Is neutrals favor Incron right now, because Incron will have that economic advantage coming in. And when you're already, like, overpowering these big giant overlords, that's not great for Austin, you know? That's just gonna be more of that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's been 3 rounds since Incron picked top supply spec, so Incron is gonna see some gains from that now.
Yeah. It was round 4,
Oh.
so I think the gain is next round, actually.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It was round 4. Also, Scorching Flames for Austin here. I don't know if I like that choice. The Vulcans are already clearing the ground very well. And I think doubling down on that isn't the way to go here to solidify your position.
Maybe, maybe not. I mean, it's the thing we talked about with doubling down doesn't necessarily mean double results in this game, but also maybe clearing the chaff faster lets the Overlord die quicker. The smoke is going to be massive here, though. The melting point just can't do anything, and it would have been great having these rhinos sooner. The rhinos are just kind of like charged into the smoke there in like a classic melee fashion that's really ruined this flank. No MP on the other side, sadly, there wasn't smoke, so it's just like a really... happens to be a really good smoke because of the MPs.
Yeah, that's a shame. Looks like this Overlord might kill this Vulcan before it goes out to that. No, it's gonna kill the Marksman too. Oh yeah, this is... Incron is pulling ahead now.
Definitely pulling ahead, and it's an issue because Incron's been neutraling and now pulling ahead on rounds where they didn't have an economic advantage because they were still paying the debt of top supply. Now top supply is kicking in round 7. So, by the numbers, like if you're analyzing this, just through trends, Austin is not slated to be in a good position here because Austin needs to pull out something clever now to deal with the fact that it's just the factors and forces at play here in this battle do not favor Austin. And Austin was already not winning.
Indeed. Incron immediately going for an Ion Blast. I'm curious to see what Austin picks up here. Incendiary might be good to help. Actually, no. Incendiary would be, again, superfluous. Ends up going Underground Threat. Where is he putting that? He's putting it on his flank. Defensively on his right flank there. Or left flank, rather.
Interesting. This should pull the melting point's attention for quite some time. In one sense, the crawlers on the side here could keep Austin's units in the smoke for longer, and the beam.
No, those are Austin's crawlers.
Oh, well then that makes more sense.
Those are defensive crawlers.
That makes more sense. I got confused. That makes more sense because otherwise, yeah, it'd be like, why pull the OB out of the, why pull the melting point out of the OB beam? So ignore that. And as it is, the beam will go straight through everything.
Good job of just clearing a little bit of stuff for the Overlords and stuff so they can focus their fire on bigger targets. Oh my god, that Vulcan died immediately.
Yeah, and big target there is the poor MP, and just the unit experience is so different here. Because even if there weren't big wins or losses for Incron or Austin during those 3 rounds, XP was going up quite a lot. The Overlords were living to the end of each round and getting a lot of XP. Now that Overlord's level 3, it's going to be level 4 next round. And, you know, it's a white level 1 MP versus this as the hope. You know, like, the experience gulf is really, really big for Austin's units. They're so much less veteran.
Absolutely.
Oh dear,
and
dear,
yeah,
dear.
that poor melting point. It still levels though. It did kill that Overlord and a bunch of other things, but boop goes the Overlord artillery cannon.
Yeah, that orange Overlord is one-popping the MPs like balloons. It's quite frightening.
Incron immediately goes for the advanced fire control system.
Incron likes to play World of Warships. Probably a boat.
Probably a boat, but I feel like that's kind of... puts it on his sledges, actually.
That's a good move. I like that.
I don't like it on the Overlords, because the Overlords are kind of already one-shotting everything already.
Yeah, I can see that.
And so I think putting it on the sledges was the call here. Also gets Photon Overcharge, or Photon Emission for his Overlord, so his front lines is going to be that more beefy.
Yeah, the setup now, the boat's all in position already. To give nice chunks of the army that golden goodness. And as said, Incron's already doing well, so that's only going to be better.
Golden goodness.
This is definitely the round for Austin to turn it around. I mean, this is the last one for sure. If we don't see a stark difference to the previous ones, Austin's done here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's Austin's dropping down the debt. Yeah, it's dead or die for Austin right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dead also from Incron trying to finish it off.
Yeah, Incron sees the end in sight, so Incron is, you know, trying to push that economic advantage even harder.
missile from Austin. No, from Incron, sorry. Onto Austin's sledges, which are all very low now, aren't going to survive much at all. Photon coverage for the 50% or so DR on the front line just makes things even harder for Austin to defend against. MP on either side. That MP, whether or not it was able to level up, didn't get the money invested into it to level up, and it's still level 1. Level 2 on the other flank for Austin, but the level 1 MP on the left side taken out, destroyed, and it's just an overwhelm here.
There's still plenty of crawlers on Incron's side though, and he doesn't have any good chaff clear left.
Yeah.
So I think this is a win for Incron here. Yeah, no, that's those crawlers are going to be a bit too much for Austin, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. There's just nothing. Tower's going to go down, and that's going to be it. A big boat battle victory for Incron right there. GG.
This is a victory for boats.
This is a victory for boats and boating enthusiasts. This is a victory for the yacht club. No, it's not. Incron would not support the yacht club. GG to the battleships, though. Incron v Austin. Incron takes it. Yeah, I mean, pretty straight-laced in his execution, I think. Like, that Overlord came in, started turning the battle, and the momentum was just not stopped round after round. And when Overlords get to run away with the game with XP like that, it's a big old problem. But, as you pointed out, not much chaff clear to deal with the crawlers. And even with the Vulcans brought in, they exist, don't get me wrong, but they're just taken out too quickly by the rest of the force. Crawlers coming afterwards, and there's nothing left to deal with them.
Yeah. I would have liked to see maybe more crawlers on Austin's side, because he's only got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units of crawlers to Incron's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units of crawlers and 4 units of fangs. That's a lot of chaff that, yeah, the Vulcans can handle it, but the fangs are also really slow, so they come in later. And I think the timing of that works out in Incron's favor, where by the time the Vulcans are dead, the fangs are still running around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the positioning, formation, timing, as always, critical in this game. And it was working out really well for Incron in that match, absolutely. Also, the Rhinos just seemed to be crushing when they came in. It was just, from that point on, it feels like the brakes were let off, and there just was no way to stop Incron.
Yeah, also, the Rhinos are really good at drawing. Since the Vulcans were so forward deployed,
New
they
5
did a
donation
really
from
good job of, like,
Nikki.h.
just grabbing the
Bote,
attention
bote,
of the Vulcans so that they're not killing any fangs or
Yeah.
crawlers.
Yeah, that's critical. That's critical. You can have the right counters in your army, but if they get locked onto the wrong things, then that's it, and that's why the positioning is so important. Thank you for the donation, Nikki.
Eric Hossi also points out, Incron, by comparison, had very poor chaff clear, and Austin failed to exploit that. Yeah, I mean, I kind of said that already, but... but yeah, no, Eric Hossi is absolutely right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me tally up. Let's see. Paladin, Argyle finished up their match already. Last match is Ricochet versus Goff. Never mind, they just tallied the score. Goff won their match versus Ricochet.
I gotta shoot to the bathroom real quick while you're telling us the scores, and I'll come back and hopefully have the next match to go. You pick who we're watching for the next one, eh?
Oh, you want me to pick this time? All right.
Yeah,
well,
I'll be right back.
All right. Let's see here. So we've watched Goff and Alex. We've watched Incron and Austin. Let me put eyes on Sarai and Salty. Why don't you two get in here? I'll set up the lobby for y'all. Invite. That's Salt. Hi, Jeff. How are you doing? Bye, Jeff. I'll see you later. Wait, no. I'm reading that wrong. Ignore that invite, Salty. Oh no, Sarai's got the buy this time around. Okay. No, they don't. Goff, we already saw Goff, though. Who haven't we seen? Salty, Ricochet versus... Let's do Ricochet versus... Ricochet... Yeah. Ricochet and Argal are in the next round. So let me give you an invite here. And... you can see how that one goes. Actually, no. Here I am reversing my decisions. I'm reversing my decisions a billion times. No, I think who I actually want to see. I actually would like to see Mongo versus Alex because I got to play a few rounds with Mongo myself, and Mongo is absolutely fucking insane. They will do stupid shit and laugh maniacally while doing it. So I think that'll be fun to watch. They are going up against Fungi Alex. So let me get you two in here, and you guys can sort out your bands and stuff. Oh, why does it say Argyle won? Did I? Oh, I misread that. Sorry, thank you for pointing that out. Let me go fix that. Yeah, thank you for letting me know. Kingdom Sword asks, what do the Scorpion and the Wraith do? Scorpion is a direct fire artillery unit that can be upgraded to be indirect. Does a shit ton of damage. The Wraith is a sort of it's a weird unit. Degen. Is there a visible ladder or scores somewhere? Yeah. It is right here. I don't know if Beagle's chat. No, it does. It lets me do stuff in there. But yeah, no, the pairings are listed right there, so y'all can have a look-see at that.
I'm back. May I get an invitation?
Oh yeah, it's probably timed out. There you go.
Thank you, thank you.
Alright, let me switch on over. I'm kind of disappointed you got back so quickly. I was about to plug the critically acclaimed MMORPG, Final Fantasy XIV.
Oh, yes.
And I'm going to stop myself right there.
So we got Mongo versus who in this one?
Mongo versus Fungi Alex. They haven't gotten position yet. I didn't see the first ban, but ban number 2 was Vulcans. That was some Fungi. Also banning Collars. I don't know what the first ban was, but I'm having my players post their bans each round, so we should get documentation about that soon.
Okay. Yeah, and I'll add them in again.
Yeah,
as we go.
But yeah, we've got Mongo versus Fungi Alex here. Fungi Alex choosing to use the revised terminology, but we already banned Collars. Oh no, that's I guess Fungi is just reiterating what they banned. No, oh. Yeah, they're just using the revised terminology. Okay.
These are the terms. These are the terms to use. This is the hot new text lingo.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see here. What do we got here? But yeah, no, I picked this match specifically because I've played a few rounds with Mongo. Mongo is very proud of their 182 MMR, and listening to them cackle madly as they do some insane, stupid shit in their match is both terrifying and exciting.
182 MMR.
They are really down there.
Down bad, one might say. Impressive. I look forward to seeing this, yes.
Mongo's second ban is Melting Point. I didn't get a chance to see her first ban. But I imagine... Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so what do they list them out
Phoenix.
for me? Who did what?
Phoenixes, Vulcans, Stormcrawlers, and Melting Points. Salty, yes, you can start. The rest of y'all can start whenever you're ready.
Phoenixes, Vulcans, and what?
Stormcrawlers and Melting Points.
Okay, and do you know who did what?
Mongo did Phoenixes and Melting Points. Fungi did Vulcans and Stormcallers.
Thank you. There you go, chat. Give you even little letter names of who did what.
So, Kingdom Sword is asking, how does banning work with starting units? So, the units you get at the start of the game are exempt from this rule. So, if crawlers are banned, for example, and you have a starting card with crawlers on it, you can keep those. You can still pick that starting card. You can still keep those crawlers. You don't have to do anything special. You just can't buy any more crawlers.
Now, since last time we were in a tournament, missile interceptors, did those get nerfed to be like Mustangs, where they permanently lose efficiency over the round?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
They got nerfed in that way. They also got nerfed in overall effectiveness as well.
Interesting.
Right now, the go-to for anti-missile tech is getting war factories, actually. And getting the anti-missile tech on them, because it has it comes with 4 anti-missile turrets, and it shoots missiles out of the sky real fucking fast. It's really good at shooting down missiles.
Interesting. Yeah, definitely a change. Those things were super potent when they came out. They kind of like removed storms from the game in a lot of ways. Speaking of removing storms from the game, not a great start for Blue. Birds are real.
The birds are in fact real, even though Phoenixes were banned. Mongo starting with those Phoenixes and bots. Did you last? Oh my god! Wait. Mongo deaded the round 1 and got level 2 Wasp right off the bat with a leech spec.
Hey, you can't argue with success. Win round 1, win the game, right? Now, I mean, what are you gonna do about wasps when melting points are banned? Exactly.
When melting points are banned?
Exactly nothing. When phoenixes and melting points are banned, what are you gonna do about wasps? Absolutely nothing. We're straight around too. Hey, quick matches are a good match. Whatever game you play. Right here, straight in around 2, Mongo with... What was bought by Mongo? Anything?
Nothing, it doesn't look like. He didn't have any money to work with. He dead at round 1. You only get 100 funds in round 2 if you dead round 1.
This is the powerful kind of play I would expect from my close friend Mongo Beef and her 182 MMR. This is what I would expect.
And even though Alex or Fungi responded with 2 units of Mustangs, the Air Swarm is going to like win out here, especially since she put wasps or put portable shields on top of the wasps. So that's damn.
Birds are real. Birds are still real.
Birds are in fact real.
You can laugh, but you can't laugh till it stops working. It's continuing to work. Oh well, you know, Fungi will just do something to deal with that cheese this round. Oh yeah, will they? Or will birds continue to win? You aren't Nostradamus, you can't know. Round 3 victory
Alex
for Mongo incoming.
Goes for level 3 hacker card.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be a good one. This is gonna be a good match, we can tell. Marksman selected.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Fungi deciding to get range on his Mustangs as well as Marksman. Mongo opting to go for 2 more pairs of Wasps and immediately gets jump drive. Doesn't do anything. Oh no, okay, does move the center Wasps over to the side there.
Yeah, moving around to the jump drives. Wasps come in with the photon coating. Still dying pretty quick, but we can only assume they're dying half as quick as they would normally. Meanwhile, Wasp overwhelming on the left flank from Mongo. That tower is definitely going down, and let's see how that'll impact.
Mongo is after my heart here. I love seeing all these Wasps.
Yes. Mongo with a very United States invasions abroad kind of military doctrine here, just all about the air superiority.
Hey, it's working. It's working out. Mongo is taking games, and they're not close games either.
Round 3 victory. Yeah, I mean, the Wasps aren't exactly expensive units because of what Mongo has done to get this limited number of air units, but it's working. It's absolutely working.
Yeah.
It's not...
Fungi Alex opting to get even more Mustangs. They both pick supply spec, which is a pretty easy pick in my opinion.
Yeah, Mustang Gaming. With supply specialist.
EMP for the Wasps.
Interesting choice.
Yeah, that's a very interesting choice. I think I would have opted for, well, none of these, actually. I would have opted for literally anything else.
Interesting.
Because by the time you're in range to disable range on those Mustangs, you're already in range anyways.
Interesting choice as a commentator parlance here, commonly used to mean I wouldn't have fucking done that. But I'm covering myself in case it wins. So we're seeing how it works out. I mean, maybe I think Mongo was expecting AA on the arc lights.
Maybe.
Either way, no, and just a lot of Mustangs. Would have been absolutely euphoric to see a read on the Mustang in Flux instead and have some kind of anti-Mustang unit, like the Scorpions, maybe.
Or maybe even just more arc lights. Arc lights are decent enough at killing Mustangs.
Oh yeah, especially the armor
Especially if you put the range upgrade on them.
That too. Yeah, Benny says Sam's just got invented, yeah. No, SPAA, it's just a whole bunch of people with Datsuns with cords on the back right now, Benny. Shilka trucks.
Kingdom Sword has another question. 2 questions. If one side bans a unit, does that mean both sides are not allowed to buy the unit? That is correct. Also ask, if Vulcans are banned, does that mean the Vulcan Colin is banned as well? That is incorrect. You can still use the Vulcan Colin.
Yeah, it's just you're not allowed to buy them from the buy menu here. That's the only thing that's banned. So any other way you get them, including starting with them as a commander choice, that's fine.
Absolutely. Mongo opting to get a Amp Core Overlord here.
Yeah. Meanwhile, crawlers for Fungi on both of Mongo's flanks splits the army up, which does not mean very good things for Mongo able to like get through the swarm of Mustangs before being overwhelmed, unfortunately, especially when those crawlers also take out the towers. Double win.
Double win. Those were Colin crawlers too. They spawned in the middle there. And yeah, that Overlord is not going to have a good time.
But look out, because that Overlord, even paralyzed, lasted a long time against those Mustangs. I think it's a bit of a clue to Fungi that if you don't keep getting the towers, if your crawler was which Mongo hopefully defends against now, you might need something stronger to deal with the Overlords.
That said, those I see one of the Mustangs they have enough XP to get to level 3, so if Mongo plans to capitalize on those Overlords, she better do it quick, because those Mustangs, once they get levels, they can start overpowering you.
Problems are developing here. We're seeing momentum unchecked for Fungi. Mongo needs to do something else.
Mongo picks up parasitic ammo.
Yep.
I'm curious as to see what she decides to put that on. Unfortunately, Mongo is elite spec, so all of their units are automatically purchased at level 2. They can't purchase level 1 units. So that Overlord is getting a second Overlord is going to cost 600, which she doesn't have.
Yes, this is certainly an issue. And the way the Parasitic isn't deployed out in a unit yet, there it goes. Never mind. It goes into an Arc Light, which I feel like probably isn't the main thing you'd want to get Parasitic for, unless that's a very effective Arc Light in its positioning. And I'm not certain it is where it is. There really isn't any force to Mongo apart from the air. Arc Lights on a front line on their own. It's just Wasps and Phoenixes and Overlords. And the more you play into those 4 AA Mustangs, you don't even need to buy more Mustangs. Just leave them with AA, leave them to level. And it's just going to get worse and worse and worse.
Absolutely. Oh wow, all of the level 2 Mustangs got to level 3. I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
Damn, yeah, no. Mongo's definitely got a big problem on her hands with those Mustangs, runaway Mustangs. They're just getting more and more powerful.
And it's the problem is that, like, you can't just add more Wasps to this problem, I feel. Like, the right units of Mustangs will kill, like, an infinite amount of Wasps, just because of the range differences as well. It just doesn't really matter.
Yeah, and the ones on the Mustangs on the right, even they're shredding this Ant Cord Overlord. Yeah, down it goes.
Yes, this is not a good position to be in. If you were to put your prediction tickets on the Fungi winning this one, I would not say you are a reckless person. Mongo, though, completely confident. Tank production line. Fungi actually kind of talking shit.
Slinging some shit. I don't know what your plan is here, Mongo.
Yeah, Fungi Alex writes, I have no idea what your plan is here, Mongo. For those you can't see behind the avatar there. A little bit of shit-talking mid-match. I think that should be a minus point. Oh, your avatar just changed. That was like instant.
Oh yeah, I finally got around to changing that out.
That was like really good timing, because I was just saying your avatar was hiding the chat message. That was just like uncanny. I gotta make you bigger now, hang on.
Make me large.
Well, yeah, because right now it's like I'm gigantic. You're like insect size, hang on.
Fungi, leveling one of the Mustangs to level 4, gets 2 more units of Mustangs, and gets the anti-air tech for his Mustangs. Meanwhile, Mongo over here, getting a ton of missiles, getting 1 missile, 2 missiles, those are 3 missiles.
That is a lot of missiles.
And it impacted on the shield, so it didn't really do much.
Crawler's still an ish in the back. Burrowing Crawl's now going straight under the Wasps, which the Wasps already were not doing a great job of stopping the towers being taken out. They do stop it this time, but by the time they get to the front line now, I like the Vulcan on the right for killing all the Mustangs, but without something to get through the shields, it's not going to be a great time anyway, and just the damage differential is huge. I don't think there's anything that can be done to pull out of this flat spin.
I think Mongo's dead already, yeah.
It doesn't need to be.
A little too late.
Yeah, GG. Losing that bit less, too little too late there, indeed.
Oh, Vulcans were in fact banned.
Oh. Vulcans are banned, Mongo forgot. Well, just as well Mongo lost.
I mean, Mongo lost anyway, so it doesn't matter.
But the difference is that Mongo lost completely. Like, strategically, tactically, morally, scientifically, destroyed in the court of public opinion and on the battlefield, Mongo. By picking the banned unit at the end and still losing. That's fantastic. Just like, not even like destroyed, like Magic the Gathering just exiled Mongo. Completely sent to the Shadow Realm. Okay, well that was a great match, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was still a great match regardless.
Oh yeah, Mongo was the one who banned Vulcans, which makes it even funnier.
Yeah, no, Mongo was the banned
No, hang on. No, it says F. It says F for Vulcans. Don't you dare, don't you bait me, Iglog. But wait, Iglog says, no, Iglog is Fungi, and Iglog should know. Did you tell me who banned who wrong?
Wait, no, it was...
Nixus, you can't say, no, that was Fungi. Iglog is Fungi.
Oh.
Wait, Incron says, I bought a banned unit, I fucked it up. It begins.
It begins.
Disqualified.
Yeah, so the rule I have is if you do break the rule, it is an auto loss. Is the easiest way to conclude that or to resolve that. So, I hope you had a good. At least you didn't do it on stream. Mongo got caught in 40K, in 4K.
No, in 40K, yeah. Caught in 40K.
Yeah, no, in 40K.
Brother, you are being cringe!
Alright, I'm still missing results from Paladin and Argal. Are they still in the game? Yes, they are. So let's go jump in on Ricochet's match.
Yes, please.
I'm gonna go see if they're still online or still going. We are on round 7, and that is a lot of stuff.
Crusher's just banished the
I see a ton of rhinos and phoenixes. Who's on what side? Ricochet is on blue.
Yeah, if you're caught in 40K, you're sent to the penitence. That's right, Crusher. Exactly. I'm gonna use that now. Caught in 40K. I love that.
Ooh. Those rhinos are having a tough time. Those scorpions are absolutely deleting them.
Ricochet v Paladin, I actually see them still in the buy phase.
Oh, huh.
However, I also see...
Oh, no, you're actually ahead of me. Because I'm just getting to the... what round are you on?
Round 8.
Yeah, I just got to that.
Interesting. Well, I won't spoil it for you then. Though I will say that Ricochet v Paladin. Paladin is on 9 HP at the moment. So, who would win? A 9 HP red team, or whatever the hell Blue's throwing in here. I'm gonna have a look. I'm not gonna hold it down, so I won't spoil it for you, Bunny. But we can see here, Scorpions...
I sucked the recording of some scores. I'm fixing it right now. Goth is yelling at me for misrecording the match result there.
Okay. Anyway, the Rhino is coming in.
What's happening here? Oh, looks like Paladin has been able to break through the Ricochet's line here. That's a lot of Phoenixes, and ooh, Electromag shot too. Are those shielded fangs? No, those are just regular fangs. Salt one. Let's see what's going on here. I hadn't had a chance to properly look at what's going on here. I am gonna have to take a look at.
Are you up to date now? What's your seconds on round 9 by phase?
I'm on round 9, 84 seconds on the clock.
Okay, so we're caught up now, yeah.
Let's see here. Got a couple of wasps, but those anti-air Mustangs should be able to handle that well enough. Oh yeah, the sludges and the marksmen have EMP. Yeah, I think that's what happened. Is the rhinos kaboomed inside of the shields because they've got final blitz upgrades, and yeah, it's a terrifying to see watching rhinos walk into your shield and they've got final blitz.
Yes, because of course inside the shield only is a barrier. Once you're inside the shield, that things aren't stopped. Interesting to see a Scorpion, as pointed out by Arcasi, a Scorpion on the left there for Ricochet with advanced firepower control system at level 2. That Scorpion has double shot and almost 100,000 damage per shot every 5.6 seconds.
The damage can get ridiculous for Scorpions. And I think Ricochet is trying to lean on these Scorpions here to try to take out these beefy rhinos. My god, there are like 3 level 3 rhinos running around here.
Yeah, they're huge. The Scorpion does have the damage to do it, and that important Scorpion lived. Unfortunately, not long enough to have anything in front of it. Phoenix has taken it out. 9 HP in a dream. Looks like Paladin of Arlisle is doing some things right here, because this is a really big comeback if it happens.
Yeah. And what if the rhinos are still alive? Oh my god, someone stop it!
Rhinos are very frightening units. They always have been, and I suppose they will always continue to be. There's just something about a unit that tanky, that cheap for what it does, and that good in melee, plus its upgrades. Look at that thing go.
Yeah, plus the fact it fucking explodes when you kill it.
Yeah. And there's a reason that a lot of the time when I had a lot of problems with hackers, with Rhinos, I tried to go hackers for them, because they're hard fucking units to deal with sometimes. This is it, right? This is round 10, long game. If
long game indeed.
We haven't seen the rest of it, but if Arlisle can come around 9 HP and do a comeback now, when we entered here, Rick was at plus 3,000 HP. If Arlisle can do a 9 HP comeback in round 10, that's pretty impressive.
Ricochet going for enhancement module, while Argyle goes for the improved Overlords and immediately gets two level 2 Overlords. Those are 700 cost Overlords. That was basically Argyle's entire bank. Argyle even had the debt for that.
I like to see also, Overlords here, not knowing the full context. I can't be brilliant here mentally, but I am noticing that Rhinos are a big part of the game. So going air when the opponent is likely going to focus on dealing with your ground game, always a good thing to do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Also, just a reminder to myself, Argyle's pronouns are they, them, so I'm gonna slap myself for accidentally calling them he, him.
Boom, boom. I wonder if Wraiths were banned for this. No, there they are, because I was gonna say, Wraiths with this degen beam that I've been told about seem like the move to slow down these Rhinos, though I don't know if they're immune to it through Photon.
Yes, I believe Photon does, Photon does grant immunity to the generation field.
Oh. I've always been like a little miffed around Photons, particularly as an upgrade you can buy in Rhinos, simply because of that, simply because it's just kind of like, all the ways you could counter me are not a thing. Combined with the bomb, I've always found them quite difficult to deal with those combinations, as I think a lot of people have.
So for this match, I think we're on the last round. I think whoever wins this round wins the game. But the bans for this match are Sledgehammer, Stormcallers, Vulcans, and Hackers.
Hackers definitely, when there's the Sui Bomb Rhinos, definitely a thing. Okay, well the EMP doesn't quite get to stop the explosion on the right side. On the left side, they are stopping the Rhinos before they get fully into the line, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Look at this.
No. The Mustangs are stuck on these Overlords, and the Overlords they're just too chunky, and there's just not anything left. Yeah, though this is a turnaround for Argal. Woo!
Well, just like you say, if you want to ban sledges, fuck you, Ricochet, is the outcome of this match.
Ricochet.
Wow, that's really cool looking. Just coming in on that 9 HP, you would not have thought it would turn into a victory for Arlisle. As said, who would win? 9 HP red team. Well, it turns out it is 9 HP red team. Nice job, Paladin of Arlisle. Even not seeing the first half of the match.
Yeah, Paladin, if you're listening in right now, like, very well done.
Good
you
stuff.
Earned that.
Good comeback. We always love to see a comeback.
Hell yeah. Alright, let me mark that down as Paladin winning that match, and then we can go get the next round started. Why is Challenge being so slow tonight?
How tall would you say you conceive of yourself to be?
How what?
How tall would you say you are? Not even how tall you actually are. How tall would you say you are?
I think I'm on the tall end of average, I think. Which I hate. I don't want to be on the tall end of average. I want to be on the short end of average, if anything. Okay,
wait a minute. So you are, but you don't want to be. So what would you say your ideal height is?
Oh, I see why you're asking. Yeah, like maybe right there. Oh wait, no. I'm like trying to watch via your stream, and there's like a 5-second delay. Like, I don't know. My top of my head is like touches like the top rim of your helmet there, or the bottom rim of your helmet. I don't know.
Okay.
So like, yeah, right around there.
And how wide? No.
Oh my god!
Alright, great. Awesome. It's a great little avatar. Good stuff. Who made that?
They go by Lumph on the stupid blue site that Elon bought and is destroying. Twitter. There you go.
How dare you call it that name? How dare you? You will be sued.
Fucking come at me, Elon.
Don't come at me on this stream, though. Come at her.
So yeah, we've got round 4 here. We've got Ricochet versus Mongo, Sarai versus Argyle, Incron versus Goth, and Austin versus Salty. Is there anyone here that is jumping out at you in particular?
Who haven't we watched the most of? Who have we watched the least?
So we've watched, let's see here. We've watched Goth, we've watched Fungi. We've watched Fungi twice now, I think.
No more of that guy.
Watched...
No more of that.
Yeah, no more of Alex. I don't think we've watched Sarai. You wanna let's watch Sarai versus Argyle.
Yeah, let's do it. And it'll be interesting to see Arlisle go back to back into another match. Yeah, let's do it. Let's watch Sarai Yuma versus Paladin in round 4.
Let's see here. Let me invite invitation only.
Yeah, apparently Fungi isn't playing in this round either, so a great reason to also not watch Fungi for this round.
Yes. No, we should totally watch Fungi and his buy round. We get to watch. We just get to chill out.
Incron says I want to pay 20k Starbucks to first sort of made it up.
I don't have Sarai on my friends list.
If anyone's gonna wear that kind of thing on this stream, it'll be me. This is my show.
Sarai, can you say something in the text chat? Sorry, I forgot to add you to my friends list.
Forgot. Convenient.
I had a very busy. Sarai says they sent me an invite. Why didn't I? Oh no, there it is. Accept. And then I'm curious as to. I don't think the in-game thingy is going to be invite. There we go.
Why didn't Sarai something? Why didn't you, quite frankly, Starbright?
Because I'm brain. Sometimes brain just doesn't want to.
Yeah, me too. No, that's fair. Me too.
Alright, everyone else, your pairings are available as always. You can go ahead and sort out your bands and such. And we can get this next round started.
Let's do it!
Oh no, looks like Sarai has already, Sarai and Argyle have already got their stuff sorted out. Paladin called tail successfully and then went first. Paladin decided to ban hackers first. Sarai goes next and bans overlords and arclights. And then Paladin bans scorpions. Interesting. What does that look like? What does that match
say
look
again.
like?
So Paladin banned hackers.
Yep.
Sarai
and then
banned.
Sarai banned overlords and arclights. Also to everyone, yeah, you can start your matches whenever you're ready.
Okay, what was the final ban for Paladin?
Final ban was scorpions.
Thank you very much. All set up and sorted. Perfect. Let's
Hell
see
yeah.
it.
Finally, no one has said fuck you to Ricochet.
Finally, it's about time. People stopped attacking
Hail.
Ricochet.